Welcome back to American Cop Bites. Welcome back to another video on this channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing some Liverpool news, going over some stories from late, and we're going to be diving in, and we're going to be starting off with the first story, and that is Ryan Gravenberch being linked with Liverpool. Now, reports have came out that he is a main target. So, at one point, I thought he was probably like a backup target to Thuram, which he is, but apparently the main two targets that Liverpool are aiming for is Thuram, obviously, been linked with him. Maybe after the Euros we could strike up a deal, which I think is too late because by the time the under 21 Euros end, that's when Klopp wants his players to get back into preseason. So in terms of that, things are not going too well in the transfer window, and we obviously heard news that Klopp wanted to get his players in before that deadline. So that's not good news for him. But we got Thuram, and then we got Ryan Gravenberch, and he's become a main target. Now Manu Kone's the backup option to all of that if all fails. So Manu Kone, I don't know why, whether Klopp doesn't feel like he fits the system. I feel like we should be getting Manu Kone, but that's not my decision to make at the end of the day. He's the backup option. Now Ryan Gravenberch, now looking at Ryan Gravenberch, he's not a bad player. See, look, I think the main reason people have a problem with Ryan Gravenberch is because he's not one of the first options. I'm not going to lie, there's been a bit of a recency bias because last season, before Ryan Gravenberch joined Bayern Munich and before all this happened, and when he was at Ajax, everybody wanted him. Everybody wanted him to pull up to the team and play for Liverpool Football Club. Now, all of a sudden, Thuram's there. There's a new shiny toy. There's something to get excited about. So everybody's just going Thuram. Personally, I don't feel like Gravenberch is a terrible player. He has a lot of great skill sets, but I feel like we already have a player in terms of offensively where they're really good, and defensively they do have some weaknesses, and we have that in McAllister. And I feel like Gravenberch plays a very similar position to McAllister. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want Henderson starting in our midfield ever again. So we need a right center midfielder. When I search up Ryan Gravenberch, the positions he like to take up, it seems like he takes up positions more on that left side, similar to Alexis McAllister. That's why I don't want him. That's why a lot of people don't want him, because he's not that new shiny toy. He's not that guy, man. He's just not that guy. So people want that new shiny toy. They want Thuram more technically. I don't even say if he's more technically accurate or he's even better than Gravenberch. Maybe I feel like Gravenberch is more well-rounded, more experienced, but Thuram has that potential and just that new toy, that new shininess, and that new eye-catching thing that he has to him. So people want him, and he's a great player with great potential to become something amazing. So I feel like going to Thuram and then or Kone would be the best situation to do, because if we can get Thuram and Kone can be molded into a, I don't know, if in my opinion, a 6 or an 8 or wherever you want to put him. You can mold him a little bit better because he's more technically gifted. Had a great performance in the France opening game in the under 21 Euros against Italy. Did a fantastic job. But that's just my opinion on who I would sign. But if we were to sign Ryan Gravenberch, I feel like it doesn't work because we already have a player in that position. But I wouldn't be too angry about it. I don't understand why people don't like him that much. I don't feel like he's a bad player. I just feel like people don't want him for the reasons I stated. And that's just my opinion. We're going to move into the next story that I heard this week, and that is Mo Salah going to Saudi Arabia. Now, this is some crazy news. Apparently, they've been saying, prepare an offer for Mo Salah, work on that deal. Let's bring him to the Saudi Arabia. And Mo Salah, as people will forget and don't realize how much of Mo Salah is huge and his impact on football. Like in the Arabic world, Egypt, and in the Arabic countries, this dude is huge. The Middle Eastern countries, he's huge because he's like from an Arabic origin in Egypt. That dude is huge. Probably a lot of Arabics look up to him as a player, and that's kind of like their guy they look up to. An Arabic guy like me, like they in Saudi Arabia or whatever, and they watch it on TV, like he's like me, good image, nice family, no drama, you know what I'm saying? Good image, and a lot of people look up to him. So bringing him to Saudi Arabia will probably be big and really just change the tide. They're looking to bring in everybody. Zaha, Bernardo Silva, I think they got Koulibaly, Mendy, Ziyech, Ronaldo, Benzema, Conte, and etc. And they pushing to get even more players. I heard Griezmann is the latest player I heard that they've been looking to get. So a lot of crazy things going on, but for me, I'm not gonna sell Salah for no price but one. 250 to 300 million, man. Then I'll think about it, or I might just accept. But 100 million, I'm not selling him for. I'm not selling Salah for nothing, because who's gonna replace those goals? Honestly, I don't think Darwin's gonna do it. Gakpo might do a decent job, but I don't feel like it'll be enough. Jota maybe. And then again, name me a right winger in world football who's better than Mo Salah that we can bring in realistically to come in and do a job for us. So we either have to change up the formation or something crazy might have to happen. So I wouldn't sell Salah for nothing. I feel like his goals and his creativity, not just his goals, his assists, it's just amazing. This has been his worst season. I think he's got like 30 plus GA or something crazy like that. So he's been absolutely amazing for us. No signs of slowing down. You know what I'm saying? More records to break at Liverpool. I know he's eyeing that. And why would you go to Saudi Arabia right now? Unless there's a freaking offer that we just can't refuse and we have to sell him. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about these stories. Would you sell Mohamed Salah? Would you take Gravenberch? Are you happy with him being one of the main targets? Let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to American Cop Bites. And I'm out. Peace.